It has been a very long time since I've done a live stream. 2 weeks, really. And the last time that you saw anything from me was a pre-recorded on Wednesday. I definitely know that I did Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I did Wednesday because uh, I had announced that. Well, I had announced Tuesday that I had a job. I might not have put out the video on Wednesday. But anyway, when I did, I had also shared with you all that I was 222 something. So I had shared with you all that I was extremely excited about the job, that I would be having to walk to work. So that would be a plus for me. And I would stay busy. And that I just felt that overall it was going to work out very well. And sure enough, after starting work last week and me being around 222 pounds and something, I don't remember what the ounces was. It might have been 222.3, 222.5 something. But anyway, as of this morning, I came in at 218.3. All this week, I have gone from, matter of fact, mm, like Wednesday, my first day of work last week, my first day of work Wednesday, I was still at 222. And then I also had to work Thursday, and I was down to 220 something. And then over the weekend, I went back up to 2. Well, I stayed around 220. And then this Monday, I was 219 and something. And then I went back up to 220. And then down to 218.9. Then yesterday, I was 219.5. And then this morning, 218.3. Now, with the live stream, I can't give you proof. Being ate up by the ants again. I don't know where their nest is. I wish I did. That way I could destroy it. Anyway, so what they've got me doing, I'm doing stock, and of course I'm learning, but I'm having to go back and forth to the storeroom and going up and down ladders, and I'm like they've got me at 4 hours, and they had me work every day since Sunday. Today's my first day off since Sunday. But they've got me going about, and of course, because I'm wanting to uh, represent myself very well, I am working above what I normally would, because normally I'm typically a very slow person, but I am forcing myself to work with a faster speed than what I do, and I'm really trying to prove myself that I am capable to do this job, and so I'm hustling it. And according to Apple Health, because I carry my phone in my back pocket, so walking to work and the steps that I do in the 4 hours and then back home, I'm averaging almost 12,000 steps. That's not including any steps that I get because the Apple Health, I'm only getting that when the phone is on my person. And at the house, most of the time, it's plugged up on the table. It's not on my person. But of course, when I'm going to work and everything, it's in my pocket. So I guess overall, I average about maybe 12,100 steps in a day now. Um, so that plus, like, they had me stocking pet food a couple days ago, and on the whole part, like, some of the products weren't all that heavy, and then others they rate close to about maybe 10 to 15 pounds in the package. Um, but I am also getting to do a little bit of strength training as I go. So it's not all cardio. There is a hint of strength training in there also. But I'm really putting my all into it. And it isn't like in the further backside of my mind with me doing this, I am thinking about the benefits of the going up and down the step ladder and carrying objects and just putting in the steps overall with the walking and everything and what it's doing for me weight wise. But on the further front of my mind is me thinking of proving to my boss and my coworkers that I am capable of doing this job and I'm doing my best to learn everything quickly so that I can be even more efficient and ask less questions as I go. That way, there can be a good report for me, and when my training period is over, they know that I'm worth keeping on. So, there's all that going on mentally and physically. My eating, because I am putting out a little bit more um, physical activity, I'm finding that more or less, on the whole part, I'm craving liquids over everything else. And salty stuff, not so much. But I'm not gluttoning or eating junk food or anything like that, you know. But instead, I find myself, because when I'm hungry first thing in the morning, I go on ahead and eat. And sometimes that's not until around 10 or 11 when I'm finally hungry for my first meal. And then they've been putting me on the night shift. And because I have to walk, I most generally go on ahead and start fixing my second meal around 2, which is pretty close to my first meal. But I'm also finding that in my first meal, I don't have much of an appetite. So a lot of times I just settle with a ham sandwich or something. And then for my dinner, it's a very simple thing. Like, I can't even really think about what I want to eat. So I don't know what I'm averaging calorie wise because I've stopped logging, but I just know that I don't have all that much of an appetite for anything, and I really struggle to figure out what it is I've got a taste for. Um, I am putting down a whole lot more, though, the electrolytes because where I'm walking to work and back, I I'm sweating a lot, and then in the store, I'm sweating some as well. So I'm pouring out the fluids and I'm not wanting to have muscle cramps. So I am like every day now I am putting down those electrolytes. I'm keeping up with those electrolytes, making sure that I'm fully hydrated. That way I don't have a problem with that. Um, I truly believe, though, like on the whole part, I am enjoying what I'm doing. It's kind of given me a sense of being useful, like kind of being a servant. Um, but when you're a Christian, when you truly have a heart for Christ, then you end up with the spirit of servitude. It, it's a natural, just like how Jesus had washed his disciples' feet. You know, he said to be a master of everything, you've got to be a servant first of all. And so I have kind of developed that sense of wanting to be of service. And the store where I'm working, like I have known from history talking with other managers at other locations how that this particular store they put a big demand and they really never have any assistance in the store to really help. And so like the people who's running the shift is responsible for the stock and taking care of customers and stuff, and it becomes overwhelming to them. So with me learning how to run the shelves and the stocking and the recovery and everything, I really get it down and I pick up my speed and I do it more efficiently, adequately, and sufficiently. I know I've got to be a great help to them. And that is my biggest goal, to really seriously get this under my sleeve and it becomes second knowledge to me so that I am really being a service to them and helping them so they can take care of other matters and not have to worry so much about everything, you know? So I'm learning. I've never entirely shopped the store. So there's some things that I don't know precisely where certain things are located. Most generally, when I went in, I would only shop for like chips or candy, and sometimes fingernail polish, hair dye, feminine products. So that's basically where I know everything is. So now the things that I didn't ever shop for, I am learning where they're located. And I'm doing my best just to make sure that there isn't any complaints from the assistant managers who is over the shift that I'm working in at the time and my main boss. I want them to be happy that I was hired. And I do like the fact that I'm losing the weight. I also like the fact that I don't have very much of an appetite, so I'm not having to worry about needing to overeat. Now, like yesterday, I really didn't know what to eat at all, and I knew that I had to eat something. And what I did eat, I had me a pork chop and some pizza rolls. That was my main meal for work. Before work, I didn't know what to eat because I didn't have an appetite. I didn't have a taste for anything particular, and I found myself actually hungry at work, which was the first time. Because most generally, while I'm at work, I don't even get hungry. I'm thirsty where I'd walked, and gratefully they have a little refrigerator that they keep stocked with water. So um, periodically I'll go get me a sip of water. But for the first time, I actually got hungry last night while at work. So when I got home, I fixed myself a ham sandwich, and I had let um, Callie help me eat some of it. I shared some of it with her. I shared some of my ham sandwich with her. So um, I am really, on the whole part, very happy. And I know that this is a God thing about me getting the job. This is the crazy thing. Okay, so rent. Let me back up. The week before, I believe it was on a Monday, I had gone out walking. And as I was walking, I decided to stop in the store and ask for a job because I knew that they were hiring. They've had their sign up for a long time saying that they were hiring. So I knew they were hiring. Now, because I'm a regular at that store, even though I really didn't know anybody's name other than one, I knew the name of one cashier. And so there was one particular cashier that I thought was the main manager. So I go in and I ask the cashier, is the manager in? She says, yes. So she goes back and she gets her. And I'm so sorry I'm looking down, but there was an ant trying to bite. I might have to find a different location to do my live streams. Anyway, let me back up a little bit here. Put my feet up on the table. There. All right. Now I won't be bit. I won't be distracted. Praise God Almighty. Anyway, so um, she went back and she got the manager, and lo and behold, it was lo and behold with a D, hold, Pold. Um, it was the only one person that I had learned their name. And when she came up, she went, oh. And I thought, okay, what does that mean with her saying, oh? Because, I mean, for all she knew, somebody had a complaint about a product that they bought or something, or maybe some service that they had received. And like I said, I've been a regular there. And so I've got this thing that I'll make short talk with all the cashiers, and she was no exception. When she was there once, she was crying and everything, and I asked her if she was okay, and she had assisted with bringing in the goods from the truck and had done something to her knee that had. Anyway, so, I got talking to her, prayed for her knee and everything, and I didn't know that she was actually the manager. I had no clue. But when she saw me and she went, oh, like, that wasn't reassuring, but I launched right into it. I said, I would actually like a job. And then I went on to explain to her about um, what happens to me if it gets to be too chaotic, but that I'd be able to do such and such and such and such, you know, try to let her know that I can still do things. And so she said to just go on ahead and put in the application online because that's how they do it now. And that she would see what she could put me in. And she had let me know at the very first that she could only afford me 4 hours. Well, that was fine with me. I told her, I said, well, that's actually perfect. Because, for one, me knowing that I have to walk to work and stuff is one thing. But the other thing, because I have to make sure that the animals are fed and I also mow the grass and whatnot. And on top of that, the condition of my physical being yet where I'm still on the large side and everything, right? So, to me, 4 hours was perfect. Part time for the time being is awesome. I don't know if I would want to go full time as of yet, but I don't know. But for the time being, part time is great. I don't mind working the 4 hours for about 5 days a week. But anyway, so all week long, you know, I was waiting for a call for an interview or anything, and nothing. And then, like, I think it was I guess it was the Saturday prior because Sunday mornings I don't do devotions. I just watch my church service. So Saturday when I done my devotions, or Friday one, anyway, when I done my devotions, it came across me that what I'd been doing was more or less complaining and declaring the position that I was in, like trying to lose the weight and, you know, my finances and everything. And so I had declared in the name of Jesus that this was the month for great victory in the different areas that I'm needing victory in. And then, sure enough, Monday I got a call. Well, no, Sunday. Sunday I got a call, and it was from the store. And I thought it was from that woman, even though it didn't sound like her. But, she gave her name, and I thought it was who she said. And she asked me the questions about, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I lift that? Can I, you know, bend, lift, walk? You know, of course. And then I told her that I was wanting to be involved with stock. And she said, that's the position you want? I said, yes. And so she said, okay. So it was Friday. I had declared that after my devotions. Saturday, I got the call, and she had said that I would receive a package that I had to fill out and make sure to send in so that hopefully by the following week they would be able to get me in. So it was actually online, a 41-page thing that I had to read and put my electronic initials on showing, I read it and whatnot. So I got that took care of. And then Monday morning, I got a call, and I don't know why it was, but that particular morning, I went on ahead and I took me a shower and I was bothering to put on makeup for some reason. And while I'm putting on makeup, I got a call from the store. And it was that same woman. She said, are you available to come in? Uh, okay, so it was Sunday when I had gotten the call and I done the paperwork. It was Sunday because Monday I didn't get a call. It was Tuesday I got a call, and she asked if I could come in that day and bring my social security card and my driver's license and get me into the system. Sure. Hey, I'll be here until, yeah. So I got there And the manager of the store's squatting by the makeup, do an inventory count, and I'm patiently waiting for her to look up and say, "Can I help you?" or whatever, you know. And it just so happened that one of the women that I had known from the church that I had previously attended was there. And so me and her, we kind of made small talk. And then she said, "Oh, are you needing something?" I said, "I'm supposed to be here to turn in my social security card and my driver's license for my job." And that's when the store manager looked up and said, "I didn't call anybody this morning for that yet." And then the woman that I knew from church and her both said, because I said, "Well, I got a call this morning." And they both at the same time gave the name of the real person. So the one from church went and found her, and then she told me to come on back. It was the district manager who hired me. It wasn't the one from the store, it was the district manager. She saw my application online, gave me the call. So in some ways I kind of feel like maybe the manager of the store didn't like me or didn't want me to get the job or whatever, but I had kind of voiced my thought about it to it the next day with whom was going to be taking care of the shift with me. I told her my thought about it. She said, "Oh no, she wants the help." But I didn't tell her her response when she first saw me and then a week later, you know. But luckily I haven't had to work with her any on any of the shifts, and because she leaves before I get in. So, and that's okay. I'd be able to work with her anyway because she is my boss. But I don't want her feeling like I'm a threat just because I talked to her about Jesus or something or whatever it was. I don't want her to feel threatened or anything, you know? Um, I'm just there to work and to earn. That's my objective. And I could be completely wrong. It might not be that or all at all. Maybe she had just felt under pressure or something. I don't know. But I just know that I just kind of got that vibe from her. But I'm grateful that I got the job. So I'm choosing to overlook that and just I keep telling myself to just not even think about that or anything and just work because so far the two women that I've gotten the privilege to work under have been patient with me, and anytime I've got a question they help me out and they point me in the right direction of what I need to do, and then they go do their thing and that they let me at it. And when they come to see if I've managed, if there's anything that I've missed it on, then they tell me, "No, you need to do it this way or that way, or it's this way or that way," you know. So um, I reckon God is working out completely. As I said, I really feel that it was a God thing that I'd gotten the job, but it was after I had made the declaration that this month was my month of victory that it took place. And it was through somebody else. So it could very well be that God is protecting me in many different ways by allowing me to work with these other women Um, and the manager, when she sets up my schedule, has been on night shift when I wouldn't be in her presence. So, you know, whatever it might be, could be, or might not be, I do honestly feel that God is with me in this because I know how I am mentally and stuff. And I had to ask him to be with me and to strengthen me and to give me that mind that I can handle all the information that I've got to get down. And I'm finding that it's not as difficult as I had thought it would be. And it's so strange. There's this particular song that they sing at my church that you rest in me and I will give you peace. And every time I'm at work, that song flushes through my mind over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I guess God is telling me, I will give you peace in this job. And the word says that anything you do, do it as unto the Lord. And so I have declared that as well, that I am working this job as unto the Lord. And I am wanting to do it to the very best of my ability. The 2 nights ago on the way home, I said, Lord, I am going to own my position. And I am going to be proud of what I'm doing. And I'm not talking about vanity, because I know that pride is wrong. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about having my nose up in the air. Oh, I did that. That, you see how nice that looks. Yeah, I did that. I'm keeping, you know. And yeah, I do want to keep the store in order. I want to make sure that the shelves look good and easily accessible by the customers, which is one of the policies of the store, to keep the store clean and recovered and the goods accessible by the customers, you know, for it to be uh, maneuverable in, you know, being able to, like, the disabled and wheelchairs be able to, you know, all that's part of the policy. But what I'm talking about is being proud in the fact that I'm able to do it and take pride in my work, that I am being a service not only to my boss, but to my coworkers and to the customers, that I am doing right, that I am being a service, that I am working as a servant, you know. And but that on the whole part, I just want to own my own my position. I want to prove myself to the company that I was a good choice for hire. For some reason, the gnats are getting bad. That tells me we're going to have some rain. When the gnats start swarming around like that, it's going to rain. And sure enough, the clouds are starting to thicken and they're getting a little dark too. We need some rain. And it'll be okay today because my day is off, so I don't have to worry about putting on the rain slicker and using the umbrella. I found myself a real cool umbrella. It's a clear canopy with the stars and the stripes. So I haven't even opened it up yet. I don't know what it looks like opened yet. But it was the only one that Walmart had left. Because originally I was going to get me one that was about the size of a purse from the Tote brand. And it was like purple. And then, I got looking a little bit more to see if there was something else I could find. And then I came across that one. I thought, this is perfect. So, I mean, I love the color purple, but I I loved that one. And I haven't even got to open it up and use it yet. So, and my housemate's boss came across 2 yellow rain slickers for me to use. So if it would ever be raining in the event of me having to get to work and back home, at least I'm covered. So, um, I don't know how long I'm going to be working this job. It's all according to what God's got in store for me. But I do believe that this is just the beginning, because I am pretty sure that God has it got, that this is just the end of the line of his plan for me to work minimum wage, or not minimum wage, but work uh, minimum hours, work part time. The pay is good. It's decent. It's definitely higher than minimum wage, which I'm grateful for. That's a plus. But I don't think this is his full extent of plan for me. This is just a taste of something, and I'm looking for there to be something even bigger, something that I will enjoy more, that I will be more excited over, that will be bigger pay, that will be um, even more useful, that I can be a service, and just I'm really looking for something bigger. But just like the story of the ones with the talents, the 3 different people with the talents, one being given 10, one being given 3, and the other being given 1. Or it might have been 5. It might have been 5 talents. Anyway, one being given 10. Yeah, I think the other was 5. And then the last being 1. And the one being given the 10 and the other being given the 5, they had invested it, doubled it, made it work. But the one with the 1 buried it. And when the master came back, the one with the 10 said, I know that you are a fearful boss, and I invested in your 10. I doubled it. Here you go, sir. And he said, well done, faithful servant. And then the one with the 5, likewise, I fear you. I invested. I doubled it. Here you go, sir. Well done, faithful servant. And the one with the 1, you are a faithful master. And I didn't want to lose the talent, so I buried it and protected it for you. And he said, you deceitful, evil man. Give the 1 talent to the one who doubled the 10. So, I want to be faithful in this small matter that God has given me, because he said that when you are faithful with the smaller matters, he will bless you with even bigger matters. So I am doing everything I can to be faithful in this small thing, this small position, part time, to just really put my all into it and to prove myself to the Lord and man that I'm capable. I'm not burying the talent that God has given me. I am investing it and doubling it for Him. I've already gotten my first paycheck. I was faithful to give to Him what I had given my word to give Him. And, that's another thing that I'm proving to my Lord, that no matter how much I earn, whether big or small, I'm going to put him first, make sure I give what belongs to him plus what I had told him I would give him. I want to be faithful in all of it so that he will see that I am faithful to him and that my trust is in him and that I am acting on that he has blessed me with. I truly look forward to seeing what he has got in store for me, but I'm not going to see it if I don't ever apply myself with the smaller things first. I have to apply myself there first. So I am seeing, because honestly, since my declaration that this was my month for victory in the matters that I am looking for, things have started happening with the job and the weight loss. And, I don't find myself struggling mentally over all this now because I was really staying um, a little uptight, like, a little, I guess you could say distraught, thinking that nothing was really going to happen. But I had to make that declaration first. I had to change my words. And, the word says that out of our mouth can come blessings and cursings. It also says that we are cursed by the words of our mouth. Well, if you are cursed by talking negativity, then think how blessed you can be by talking positivity. And I know for fact that confessions of things that are positive and of a blessing, even before it happens, is one way of showing faith and trust. Because that's what faith is. It is believing for things that isn't seen yet. It is knowing that even though you don't see it, it's either A, taking place or going to take place. That's what faith is. Faith is blind, but you still believe it. You still trust it. Yeah. And so I had to change my words and my attitude before things really started happening for me. And like I said, I feel that this is just the beginning. I look forward to seeing how much I weigh tomorrow because, as I've said before, what I do is on the calendar every day, I put how much I weigh. And at the end of the week, I put either a plus or a negative, a plus that I gained or a negative that I lost. And I put what the difference is for the week. Sunday being the last entry, which is the start of the week and how I do for the week, and Saturday being the very last entry for the week. And so, what did I do in that week? The temperatures cooled down. Yeah, we're going to get some rain. We're going to get some rain. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm looking to be able to put a negative number. Uh, Sunday, I came in at, I think it was either 220.3 or 220.1. It was one or the other. Might have been 220.1. So I look forward to seeing what I weigh tomorrow. But the other thing that I wanted to tell you, so that you don't go expecting so many videos from me anymore on my weight loss journey, because now that I am working and it looks like so far I'm going to be on the night shift, I can't do those pre-recorded videos like I wanted, because what I was wanting to do was I was wanting to take screenshots of my weight and my food and then give an afterthought for part of the video and, upload it. But by the time I get home, it's close around 10 o'clock, and then I'm ready to hit the bed. I don't feel like staying up and giving a finishing shot and getting it edited and uploading. So what I'm going to start doing is, um, it may be every Friday, because so far it looks like Fridays are my definite days off. But if not, it will be when I do have a day off that I'm going to give one video, either a pre-recorded or a live stream, one or the other, so that I can give you an update of where I am on my weight, how I'm doing physically with my job, my measurements or whatnot, if I've measured myself, how I'm feeling physically, and all the good stuff, all the good stuff. I did measure my waist, and the last time I measured it, my waist was like 41.5 inches or something like that. I measured my waist 2 days ago, and my waist is down to 39.5, but my hips are the same. But right now, my hips are the least of my concern. I know that my hips will start following eventually, going up and down the little steppers and walking to work and back and stuff. My hips will go down too. So I'm not so concerned about that. But right now, my thought is my stomach, and my stomach now being 39.5. So that was encouraging to finally see that. Uh, so whenever the next time I measure my stomach, my waist, I'll be sure and share that with you as well. But that's what I'm going to do from now on, just one video per week when I've got a day off. That way I can update you with how I'm doing physically and everything. And that way it doesn't seem like same old TNs. And I'll actually have something to share with y'all. And you more or less will find out my progress week by week. Um, so just to recap what I said at the start, the last video that I shared with you all, I was 222 something. The highest that I had gotten before that was 223 something. And now, as of today, I am 218.3. So the job is really doing me good, where I'm walking to work and back every day. I no longer have an excuse just not to walk. And of course, the physical activities that I have to do inside the store. So, and the very fact that I don't have as much of an appetite for food, I mean, it is really making a difference there too. So yes, things are really looking good, and I couldn't be any happier. Couldn't be any happier. Um, I think it's not going to be long that I also get to start enjoying the benefits of the weight loss by getting to wear my smaller clothes and stuff. So yeah, um, it's all good. It's all good. So sometime next week, I get off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so I may wait until Friday to give you an update on the rate then, or do it Wednesday, sometime or another sometime between Wednesday and Friday. I'll be giving you something. I'll try to give you a head up, like maybe I don't know. And the last time I tried to do a time schedule to start live streaming, for some reason it didn't do it right. I don't know. I might have to try it again. But anyway, that is pretty well it. I am having success through all of this. And, in a lot of ways, I feel like the work isn't just about me earning, but it was to make that physical boost for my body to start doing what it needed to for the weight loss and to get stronger and everything. So, great benefits all the way around. I really am happy. So I will see you sometime next week. And like I said, I'll try to make sure to give you a heads up on that. That way it's not sprung on you all of a sudden. And I just want to say I love you all and thank you very much. I'm sorry that I was absent and that I didn't tell you ahead of time what I was going to start doing. But there you have it. Once a week, either a live stream or pre-recorded. Um, and I'll give you the update with all that there. So anyway, as I said, I love yous. I appreciate yous. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll keep looking for the better things ahead, right? Anyway, as I said, I love you. And I do very much greatly appreciate you. Thank you very, very, very much. See you sometime next week. You all have a great rest of your day.